की जय।
प्रेम स्व सत्यनारायण स्वामी की, शिव शंकर भगवान की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय सीताराम। Join with me as you put the hands as you are for prayers. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Guru Charanam Kamalabhyo Namaha. Akandamandalakaram Vyaptam Mena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Narayanya Viramahi Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Satyanarayanam Devam Vandeham Kamadha Prabhum Leelaya Vahitam Vishnu Gena Tasmai Namo Namah. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samsrita. Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Hey Akvo, hey Akvo, जो शाम का दर्शन किया करे। है शीश जो प्रभु चरण में वंदन किया करे। बेकार वो मुख है जो रहे दर के भातों में। मुख वो है जो हरि नाम का सुमिरन किया करे। हीरे मोती से नहीं शोभा है हाथ की। है हाथ जो भगवान का पूजन किया करे। मर कर दिया मर नाम है इस जीवन का जग में। प्रभु प्रेम में बलिदान जो जीवन किया करे। ऐसी लागी लगन ऐसी लागी लगन ऐसी लागी लगन मेरा गोविंद कुमार गाने लगे, मैं तो संतों के संग रही मोहन के रंग, मेरा प्रेम हमको मराने लगे, वो धनी गरी हरी गुनी गाने लगे, ऐसी आगी लगने, ऐसी आगी लगने, लागी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, मेरा होगी मगन, वो तो बड़ी गरी हरी गुनी आने लगे, मेरे लोगे बने बंदी दुल्हन जले, मेरा रानी दीवानी गाने लगे, ऐसी लागी लगन, ऐसी लागी लगन, लागी लागी लगन। Principal Sapnarayan Swami ki. My humble sitaram to each and every one of you, Swagatam. Welcome on behalf of this member of this Mandir. And I hope tonight you have a pleasant, comfortable, and a beneficiary stay tonight as you're going back home. But before I commence my katha, I think by now I'm no stranger to any one of you. And I'll find out right away. I want you to turn to the person next to you and ask them, do you know the Pandit in front there? Did anybody tell you no? If anyone tell you no, raise your hand. I want you to give yourself a big round of applause to show your love and appreciation to Gyaan and not me, my friends, to come into Satsangh for the benefit of you and your community, because our goal is to grow as one dharmic family. I want to commend, I know the president for this Mandir is not here tonight, but with his absence, I don't think we lose anything because the other half is here. Give her a big round of applause for taking up and keep Gyaan Satsangh going, my friends. Tonight, for those of you who don't know or are aware of our Satsangh in Guyana, in 2022 we began Gyaan Satsangh, and it's our 4th annual Gyaan Satsangh. As last year, January, we were here for first multi-kunhavan ceremony, for those of you who can remember, and our chairperson mentioned tonight. And this year, as I come back in this 2025, our 2nd annual multi-kunhavan has been performed our first night at the Rosal Shiva Durga Mandir. So, you're in your mind at this moment, which will be the Mandir to be selected next year, my friends. So, I have no clue yet, although I am officiating. I'm waiting for that call. Not from your Mandir members or the devotee, I'm waiting for that call from the divine. All of you will have an equal opportunity, but my friends, it's been selected for when that right time is there for you. Appreciate Satsang, appreciate Mandir, appreciate Puja, and it says success will come your way. Tonight, I want to commend all the singers who put you in the mood to listen to Katha. Give them a big round of applause. And not leaving out, and this is one of the things I love preaching every day, my friends, especially in New York as well, that when it comes to kids, we put them first. I put them first, and I teach people to put them first. Give a big round of applause for the bachus of this Mandir. I know there are a few tonight, but I hope next year, if I have another opportunity to come into this beautiful Mandir, that amount that we have tonight will grow with the blessings of God. For you who have children or kids or grandchildren, I encourage you, my friends, to bring them to Mandir. People just look at you like they are very serious, but they don't eat people. I encourage you to bring your child, your children, have trust in the leader of the Mandirs, and send your children to learn that one day they will become somebody like us. Because when we leave this world, my friends, they will stand up and uphold Sanatan Dharma. So tonight I'm not here to lecture what you should do with your children, because you've been doing it well and proper for all the time I have not known you. But I'm just giving you a little advice. It's up to you if you want to utilize it and practice it, or it is up to you if you want to give them what you were being giving them all the time. Without any hesitation, my friends, take you straight to Katha. Our poor Puranas indicate that we do not worship gods or devatas only. I'll repeat again, our Puranas indicated that we as Hindus, we do not worship God in the form of devatas or deities. Do you agree or not? Well, we have to agree because the Puranas mention that. But in our mind, who else should we worship instead of the devatas or the deities? Can anyone help me tonight? I know what you have in your mind, Pandit. Maybe something else. My friends, it says some will choose, majority will choose to worship the deities and the devatas, but some will choose to worship their Vahana. Do you know what's Vahana? It means, my friends, the vehicle that takes Bhagwan around. Tonight's Katha is about Bhagwan Vishnu Vahana. Listen as I commence my Katha. Garura Vahana Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana, Eshesha Sharana Narayana, Eshesha Sharana Narayana, Sri Lakshmi Ramana Narayana, Sri Lakshmi Ramana Narayana, Hari Om Narayana, Hari Om Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana. Tonight the house goes about the Vahana or the vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Can you give a yes? What the Katha will be, or the story will be upon tonight? I give you a clue, the Vahana of Lord Vishnu. You may wonder to know which one of them, because there are two of them. Pandit, there are two, but I don't even know one. My friends, it says, that is important for us to be in Gyaan Satsangh. Garura Vahana Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana, Eshesha Sharana Narayana, Eshesha Sharana Narayana, Garura Vahana Narayana, Garura Vahana Before I tell you which one of them would bring you tonight to the Mandir. Some of you walk and you come here. Is that so? Some of you, is there anybody ride a bicycle and come to the Mandir? Our old Pitaji back there, sorry I call you old, the young man behind. Give him a big round of applause. You're the only one ride his bicycle and come to Mandir. Is there anyone come to Mandir tonight with their motorbike, their scooter? Is there anybody? Huh? No? But I saw a lot of them out there. But they went to the other satsang, Kusang. My friends, some of them have a ride, some of them take the taxi, however, my friends, to come to satsang. But when you call upon Bhagwan, how Bhagwan come to you and I. Many people think God just appeared, my friends. It says in tonight's Katha that it is Garuda, one of Bhagwan Vishnu, Vaman, or Sheshanag, another Vaman. Which one the Katha will be upon? It says, you have heard a lot about this word Garuda. Is not so? But not much about Shesha. You have saw that Vaman reside in the picture or with the murti of Lord Vishnu, but have no clue or no idea about why Shesha is so fortunate to be by Bhagwan Vishnu. Have you ever given thought that why we as human beings does not have the opportunity to stand by the side of Sri Krishna but a cow? Have you ever been given thought that why we are praying so much twice a year in Navratri and we did not have a position next to Adi Shakti but a tiger and a lion? Anybody go Madras temple here? Huh? Kal Bhairav. Why there's a dog, there's a horse next to the Devatas? My friends, they must be what? They must be important. And my friends, very important things have been missing from our scripture. And that's why this katha has been chosen for you tonight to understand. It's not when you pray to your murti alone, everything that stands there has a great or important role when you see your form of an image or that Devi or Devatas. Loving devotees, who is Shesha? Listen, the Katha tells us as I take you to the Vishnu Purana. Nag Devata Trahima Pahima Nag Devata Trahima Pahima Hey Vishnu ko saya ke sone wale Hey Shankar ke gare ko sajane wale Nag Devata Trahima Pahima Nag Devata How much of you know that bhajan or song? Nobody? I shake your head like this. Go on YouTube, type in Nag Devata. You'll see an old black and white movie song will come up. Loving devotees and friends, it says Sheshnag or Adi Shesha, a very large or huge, gigantic snake, also known as Nagraj, the king of all snakes. It says that when Adi Shesha uncoiled, time began to move forward and creation occurred. When he is back to his position, it says time stands still. Tonight, the Katha teaches you and I, when we move, something happens. And when we sit down, something happens. Can you tell me or not? Because I constantly moving. And I know what happens when I'm moving. Can somebody help me for when people sit down, what has happened? I don't like to bring these examples too much because I get too much into people's business. Can you help me tonight? Remember my friends, the Katha says, this huge gigantic snake, Shesha, when this snake uncoiled, it says that time move forward, creation occur, and when it come back to the position to become stable, it says what happened, my friends? Time stands still. Many times you look at the murti, you look at Bhagwan, why Bhagwan is so young? It says when Shesha come back to the position, Bhagwan Vishnu remained to be youthful. So Pandit, I learned a lot tonight, I can go home now. Mommy Sarah, mommy will look young. No, it happened the opposite for us. The more you move and the more you do things, the more younger you. So don't ask me what is the secret, right? Many people experience this. Sitting down on a day that you have many things to do, but still laziness take over some people. This is Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga Avatara. We are in this day and age where not many effort will put into things that will bring benefit, but least. Sometimes you have many things. Sometimes you've been invited to go to a Jati or Satsangh. Lazy get into you, I don't know if in your mind or your foot or your hand or where. Everywhere else except this two hand. Do you agree or not? Everywhere get lazy, but the two hand is very active, especially these fingers. And you pick up the device now and you go on your social media platform to your enjoyment or your favorite one. I don't know the name so well. Can somebody help me? You go on what? God, thank you very much. Thank you all. Nobody like that come tonight. Give yourself a big round of applause. If you don't know them, well, and you can't help me, we are in a good position. But I'm trying to talk about, my friends, when you sit down there, you just open the phone and you start gaze at one video. What happened? You forget that you got to go anywhere. You start from 1 p.m., 6 o'clock, reach right there. What happened? The time goes by so quick. But come to Satsangh, an hour will take like half day for some people, not everyone, my friends. It says this lesson teaches us constantly moving, my friends, in doing what is good for us. It will bring happiness and a longer life. That's why some people go to the gym to be healthy. My friends, you don't need to go to the gym. Mandir need to sweep up. Mandir need to spread the sheet for you to sit. Right, Mataji? The altar, you see the flower, they need to wipe them out. The tower, you need to clean for the next puja. So, I encourage you to join the Mandir gym and come in and exercise, weed the grass, clean up the yard, shine the concrete. And by doing that, my friends, you're not going to be healthy alone, but you will be blessed. And the best of it, it is free of charge. Have you given thought to that? You don't have to pay an electricity bill or pay an entrance fee. It is free of charge. Services free to the community, well, in return will be blessings that value more than you have, my friends. It says time will fly by so quick when your mind entertained with Maya or illusion. Adishesha can float into the space or sky. Not many snakes can move in the sky, but he blessed with that Verdun. Or the ocean, and a special ocean. It says the Milky Ocean. Listen to what the Mahabharata says about Shesha. The Katha tells us. Guruvayupur Shri Hari Krishna Narayan Gopal. Guruvayupur Shri Hari Krishna Narayan Gopal. Mukunda Madhava Murali Dhari Narayan Gopal. Mukunda Madhava Murali Dhari Narayan Gopal. जन्मालिशी कश्या और उनके पत्नी कर दो से कारा समिति कर करो हो एक हजार संपन्न हो जन्मावधिया जिन्हें शेषा सभी भरे थे उनके भरा वसु के एवर्ता और तक्षक का जन्मा का और तक्षक का जन्मा Guruvayur Shri Hari Krishna Narayan Gopal. Guruvayur Shri Hari Krishna Narayan Gopal. Mukunda Madhava Murali Dhari 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 Narayan Gopal. According to the Mahabharata, Shesha was born to Rishi Kashyapa and Kadu, a daughter of Daksha Prajapati. In due course of time, it says, Kadu gave birth to thousands of snakes, where Shesha was the eldest. It says, after him, Vasuki and Takshak and many more. Who is Vasuki? Vasuki is a snake on the neck of Lord Shiva. Takshak. For those of you who were at the Sandreef Mandir when I came in 2023, you know I'm old but I have good memory, you know. The Katha, my friends, about Takshak. The story of Raja Parikshit. My friends, it says, Shesha was the eldest brother amongst these thousands of snakes. Before I proceed with Katha, how many of you have brothers here? Raise your hand. Raise it high now. Very good. And how much of you have sisters? Very good. And my final question, for all those of you who have brothers and sisters, maybe not biologically, but some people tie Rocky and they say, you know, I'm your sister, you're my brother, right? Even though you don't tie Rocky, Sanatan teaches us, we say, Behen or Bhaya, right? So there's no way or way out that you say that if you don't, or your parents don't bless you the child, you don't have, my friends. It says tonight, the question is, for those of you who have brothers and sisters, do you live good with one another? I'm not hearing the answer now. Let me rephrase it. Do you live really good with one another? Really good? Give yourself a big round of applause. You see that with confidence. Well, I have some news for you, my friends. Not every brother and sister live good in this day and age of Kali. My friends, who should we blame? Can anybody help me? Who should we blame? It says we should blame the influence of the community. A true brother and sister will have confidence and trust in each other and not listen to no one else. Because they grew up when they were little. Remember that time when they had this thing called hard time in Gyaan and now we're there? Remember that time? But I will tell you, long ago, every person, everyone in the home, they'll always have some money in the corner. That time, you don't have a lot of bank. Anybody remember that time? Now every government you get a bank and you can get a loan. God bless Guyana. That time, you don't even have money to eat. Where you going to put in the bank? But the little that they earn, my friends, the parents will say, and we heard it as well, that you know what? From the little earnings we have, we'll put it up for a hard time. But now generation don't know about that. Because hard time, Ram Nam Satya hai. But those times, it says, some people just have, well, you call it drinks in Guyana, we call it soda in America. Only Christmas time, we just have soda or drinks as a treat. Anybody remember that time? Only Christmas time, you'll have a piece of cake to eat, not the entire year. So that makes it special. Now every day is Christmas, and every day is New Year. Is how you live your life. My friends, every holiday has a purpose and a different enjoyment. to get to the point, it says that when we were living as youth, although we know our parents can afford to buy one cake at our little, black guy twist up one, and I have it so nice and perfect now. They only afford to buy one, and we are four of us. We'll have to take the knife and cut it in four like this, and we share it amongst ourselves. But yet, sometimes the knife does go a little big. And you know what will happen? We will fight amongst ourselves that, ma or pa like you more than that one. And while we're eating, we'll fight. And when you finish it, nothing happened. Do you remember that time? Today, siblings are not fighting. You just talk on the phone, good. And next thing, you don't have a phone call for the whole week. Why? Because somebody else, they're listening, my friends. Tonight, Kata tells us, my friends, as Shesha and his brother grow up now, these snakes are teaching us the lesson of life as brothers and sisters as well. In this day and age, as Shesha and his brother grow up, something happened. There's some changes, my friends. What happened? Ekata tells us, listen. Narayana, Narayana, Jai Govinda Hare. Narayana, Narayana, Jai Gopala Hare. Everybody sing with me. Narayana, Narayana, Jai Govinda Hare. परिवार को छोड़ दिया और काफिर तपस्या करने और केवल पर रहे का पैसा किया It says, Shesha's brother were very cruel by nature and caused harm upon others. My friends, it says when they're a big brother or sister in a home, they feel, they big and they can take advantage with the others. But what happened in the Katha, it says, the other brother, Shesha is the bigger one, but the smaller one cannot take advantage upon him, but others. My friends, they were unkind to everyone around. And although the brother is the biggest, Shesha, it comes to a point now where they start to take advantage upon him. There are certain times with restriction and rules and regulation, you pay respect to someone. And as you get to know them a little more, you start to lose respect for them. It says similarly, my friends, the younger siblings, the younger brother, they start to lose respect for Shesha. Because of this now, he chose what is right. What he did, my friends, he leave his family and decide to undertake severe penance and to perform tapasya And by doing so, not with a huge jandi list that you just collect from your Pandit, remember Shesha decided to leave all the harassment around his family, his parivar, and to go to do tapasya or meditation. To do your jandi or your puja, you just go to the Pandit and say, Pandit, can I have a list? Do you still go to the Pandit for lists? But last time I asked that question, I don't know how true it is. But they said to me that Pandit, when I asked the Pandits that, I want the list to do the puja, they said, go to the puja store, they will give you, just tell them what puja you do. Well, God bless you. But you should go to the puja store as well, let them do the puja for you. Well, I'll teach you something, Guyanese people. Every business, they want your money. So, if I as a priest, a Pandit, is performing a puja and I need only one pack of sindoor, you know what the shopkeeper will do? Well, I don't want to tell you. They put it in the bag because the Pandit instruct you, because they're busy doing what? I don't know. Others be busy doing puja as well. And if you as I doing puja, perform puja in Guyana, every one of them I send lists to them from America. So if the list is coming from America to them to do their puja in Guyana, why can't you have a list from your Pandit to do your puja? Everyone do puja differently because they study. They know, my friends. Everybody who copy puja, right, my friends, it's not a way to take you to Bhagwan. It says every puja should be different. When you go to a jandi, you should observe, you should learn, because everything you do, there is a reason, my friends, to take you closer to God. It's not to condemn Pandits. It says, my friends, not having a huge list. But what he did, my friends, it says, first thing, just like when you do your jandi, one of the most important thing is fasting. What kind of fasting a snake can do? Can anybody help me? Pandit, I'm not a snake. I don't know snake fasting. Anybody ever call you snake before? We call people snake though, right? Don't lie, you're in Mandir. I'll ask the question again. Anybody ever call you snake before? Huh? I hear some yes, uncertainly. Very good. Say it like you really want to say it. No wrong and right answer tonight. Many people call us snakes. Have you ever called people snakes? So if you call people snake, they call you snake. How don't you know how snake does fast? How do you fast then? When you do your puja or meditation? They call you snake, right? What kind of fasting you do when you do your puja then? Huh? There's some people don't know the correct way to fast until today. And coming to the topic here, it says, I will tell you, and sacrifice comes upon what you want to put into. The more you do, the more you will get. Always remember that. It says, in our scripture, for those who are not vegetarian and consume things, and I don't want to mention, if you want your body, your mind to be pure and very, very pure, it says recommend 21 days and night fasting. Not 21 days because I have to know how I'm preaching, But this is only 21 days we can eat in the night. Muslims do perform that as well. They fast in the day and they eat in the night. So don't get me wrong tonight. You understand? 21 days and 21 nights of fasting. Then you become a pure vegetarian. You become like your Pandit. I mean, supposed to be, right? There are people who are vegetarian now, they do something little different. Like for those of you who were last night's Satsangh, I will not repeat the whole katha. You should have been there to learn. Because we're not bringing message from one temple to the other. We have to move on because we're here for how much session? 18, my friends. Tonight is how much? Can anybody help me? 11. Loving devotees, what Shesha decided to leave his family to undertake severe penance, to live without air. You have been fast, and some have been fast without food, but you cannot fast without air. So who is greater? Human beings? So it's a good thing that you call people snake, and they call you snake. So now you know now, you can fast without air, must try it. My friends, Shesha chose to do this, my friends, and after several years, with dedication and love and devotion, it says Brahmadev could not bear and appeared before Shesha. Brahmadev says, I am pleased with your devotion. Ask for what you want. Have you ever dreamed before or dream about something and when you wake up in the morning it's next to you? Pandit, what kind of question is that? Have you ever go to bed and have a dream? People dream now still? A long time, every dream have a purpose. Like last night I mentioned, if the foot jump, the eye jump, the ears or whatever jump, there's signs. All time you have a dream and tell an old person, they'll tell you, they'll interpret the dream for you. Do they still do that now? No, right? I guess not. Some people say yes. My friends, how many of you go to bed and you dream something and it's next to you in the morning? Have you ever dreamt a snake the next day in under your bed and in your house? No? What if tonight you go home and you dream about a snake, and when you wake up in the morning, you see a little snake not trouble you, but just on the floor doing their business? What will you do? Will you remember the kata tonight? My friends, once there was a woman went to bed and he had a dream about her birthday. Anybody ever dream about their birthday? No? But this woman went to bed and she dreamt about her birthday. And do you know who she told first? She went to her husband and says, I'm not good with sweet talk. Because many people said, Pandit, the way you talking to people hardly come to you satsang. I don't know how true it is, but how it come out, I don't care. I'm here for one purpose. Satyasnatan Vadik Dharma. Stand up for the truth, and the truth will always prevail. It says, my friends, when she went to approach her husband, she used some sweet words. And what is some sweet word? Wife, can you help me? When you go to your husband, how you sweet talk your husband? There's no wife here. I divorced too. No. Oh. Thank God. How you say it in Guyana? When you want a man money to go to the show. You want to buy a ticket. You didn't buy a ticket to come here tonight. You don't have to sweet talk your husband. And now, Pandit, I don't need to sweet talk your husband. I work my own money. And once I work my own money, I can go anywhere and everywhere I want. Well, God bless you. You should be in satsang also. Go everywhere, but also be in satsang as well. And remember, God will have a book. It says one book will be for divine place, and one book will be for the unholy place. So you are the one who have to fill those books. Loving devotees, it says the wife went and used the sweet talk, and I expect somebody to tell me a nice word. Will you call the husband? Wife? Anybody ever say honey? Sugar cake? Huh? Well, Gyaan is called him darling. And you have to be careful how you say that word. Love in devotees can mean two things. So that wife went and says, whatever you call your husband, that you know what? I dreamt last night for my birthday, I received diamond earrings, not gold one, diamond earrings with matching bracelets and necklace, a whole set. And in her mind, she have a thought. So the husband answered the wife, says, okay, wait until your birthday. So now, the wife's birthday approach, the day of the birthday. The wife get up early morning, take a nice shower to look nice. When people come out from the bed, they don't like how they look. They go in front of the mirror, they buy 2-pound flour, sugar, and they put it this side, that side, and the agarbatti they put on top the eyelash and so forth. They go in front of the mirror, they take a paintbrush where you paint the house long time, and they brush up with the doll. It's good, it's nice. You like your body, you decorate, you feel happy. I'm not condemning you. You feel good about yourself. The wife done that because she wants to look more beautiful than what she dreamt, my friends, for her birthday. If you don't look nice, how the outfit will show good. Anybody ever did that, huh? I want to tell you, my friends, when you're good looking, anything can look good. If you don't know. Anything you can wear and you look good. It says tonight that walking out of the room, approach her husband. Her husband had a gift in his hand, wrapped up nice with some newspaper, file wrap. When last you wrap up your gift with file wrap and newspaper? No, you get gift paper, alright? From a distance, it's a gift. Well, similarly, the wife received her gift, her present, and cannot resist. She was curious and opened up right away in front of her husband. Some people can't wait to go home to open a gift, they dig in the bag to see what I need. So open up now, my friends. Can you give a guess what the wife saw? Anybody? Well, I'll tell you. The wife in her hand was a book. And the book titled, How to Interpret Dreams. Lovely devotees. So for those of you who don't have an interpreter now, I'll direct you to go to the bookstore to buy a book. So that every time you dream, you know how to do or not to do. So the Bible tells us tonight, my friends, that Shesha is about to ask Bhagwan Brahmadev for a vardhan, or a boon, or a gift, like I mentioned earlier. What will he ask for? Listen, the Bible tells us. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayan Hari Om Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayan Hari Om Hari Keshava Hari Govinda Hari Narayan Hari Om Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayan Hari Om शेष खाते हैं कि मैं अपनों मान की बरसात मैं रखता हूँ बहाता हूँ ब्रह्मादेव ने शीशा को वरदान दिया और पूछा कि क्या बात धरती पे नीचे बकर उसे धीर पर सके हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि सुंदर नंद मुकुंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद हरि नारायण हरि ओम हरि केशव हरि गोविंद Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Narayan Hari Om. Shesha says, I want to be able to keep my mind under control and to continue my penance. How many people pray for gift? Oh, I want the visa to go to America. That was a long time story. Now people have visa, they don't want to go America because they have America here where they live. It says, he asks for the bone or the gift for his mind to be under control. How much people do puja, they can able to control their mind? Only a few. Very karhi na khada di baat na, we de open already. Whatever we have food for everybody who come here tonight. It says to control his mind and to continue my penance or my prayer. There are some people they pray, when they get what they want, they stop. Can you help me? I hope there is nobody like that tonight. Because prayers is a must, my friends. Every day we should pray. Continue to pray and you will get what you want when the time is right. It's not when you want it. You will get what you want when the time is right. Brahmadev blessed Shesha with what he wants, my friends, and asked him to do him a favor in return. Brahmadev says, O Shesha, I want you to go beneath earth, beneath dirty, and to stabilize it. Many times you're in the air. Anybody ever fly in an airplane before? Anybody here? Except myself? Nobody here? Oh God. Nani? You're so old and you fly the airplane, but you have a strong heart. Being in an airplane or aircraft, you wonder to know how you leave Earth. You're in the sky. Why the plane is not crashing into the planets? My friends, because every planet, Devatas have control in stabilizing them. That's why people say you have Graha. But it says Earth has an extra support. Earth is wrong and Earth is moving. But why your house now move and go to Georgetown or Skeldon? When you wake up, you stay right at Albion. It says it's because of the effort and the instruction of Brahmadev for Shesha to stabilize Earth, my friends. It says Shesha was very, very happy to be given a task by the Creator himself. A new responsibility. Without any hesitation, he has no excuse, but immediately went to Patalok and used his heads. Shesha blessed with how many heads? Can somebody help me? Is there Lord Vishnu here? I can. Is there one Vishnu here? Oh, he's right over there. You see that thing over there? That is Shesha, or Sheshnag, my friends, Nagraj. It says this snake used the 5 head to balance the earth with the instruction of Brahmadev, to stabilize it. And he was very, very excited in doing so because he was happy to be given a task by the Creator himself. I have a question. When you go to your Mandir and somebody, especially a Pandit or a religious leader, asks you to do something for the Mandir, do you accept it happily? I see you shake your head like this. Really happily. Well, I'll give you some example tonight. Action speaks louder than words. The first one is that I don't know who pick up the phone, if Mahindra or the wife or somebody from this Monday, but somebody make a call to the Tasa group to be here when Pandit walk in. And they accept that very willingly. Give them a big round of applause. Someone from this Mandir instructed that person that put chandan on your forehead, and I think that person accept that responsibility happily. Give them a big round of applause. Someone have been given the task to spread up the sheet, make sure every sponge joined together, that when you sit, half not there on the floor and half there on the sponge, so you can able to sit comfortable to listen to Pandit Ramdat tonight. Give them a big round of applause. And if I should continue, my friends, you would never go home tonight. It takes more to bring you all into this Mandir to have a session of Gyaan Satsangh. Give them all a big round of applause once more. Happily accept the challenge, accept the instruction to do it for whose sake? For all of us to come here to have a good time. And also, when you happy and leave this Mandir, they will be blessed. That is the purpose of Satsangh. So from now on, when somebody asks you to do something, see that thing will fly around there? Don't worry about that thing. There are many things that come when we do Gyaan Satsangh. They will not interfere with you. Just sit stable, like Shesha. It says, my friends, from now on, when someone asks you to do something, especially when people do jandi, they ask you for some help. Accept that challenge willingly, and you will be blessed. It is believed that Shesha is still supporting Earth until this day and age, which is Kali Yuga, until today. When Lord Vishnu came to Earth as Sri Ram, Shesha has accompanied him as his younger brother. Can you give a guess? Nobody knows, right? Vikata tells us, listen, Ramayana. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. 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 Utaranava Bhakti Vasa Gahi Charana Akulanaye Nata Desu Mere Swami Tumhe Tajahu Tha Kahmasi Shri Ram Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. 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 Who was that person accompanying Bhagwan Sri Ram? He's no other than Lakshmana. Anybody knows that? I think the Bayan here know. Give him a big round of applause. See, why I don't bring Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita? Is because all of you learned something here tonight. Don't you think this satsang has been successful so far? There are so many things you learn. Rather than I come here every year and tell you a story that you heard many times. I know I can bring some of them and change it for you to put into your life, because the way it has been prepared for the youth, like I said, I pay attention for the youngest child to understand. So lovely devotees and friends, it says Lakshmana accompanied Sri Ram, who is Bhagwan Vishnu, and no other than Shesha. When Bhagwan Sri Ram was instructed to go to exile, Lakshmana was not happy. He started to feel in his heart a pain that cannot explain, my friends. He fell at his brother's feet and says, "Hey Swami, I am your slave and my master. Brother, young brother, have you to tell your brother, you are the master and I am your slave?" No, the opposite, Kali Yuga. The young brother will say, let me sit down here. I'm the master, you're the slave because my parents love me more than you. Shiv Puran says that everything that happened in Kali Yuga will be in Satyug will be the opposite in Kali Yuga. Is that so? Bhagavan teaches us the lesson as he took form as brother like us in this daily life. My friends, Lakshmana with emotion, with pain in his heart says, "Oh Goswami, I'm your slave and you are my master. If I abandon you, I have no purpose to live." Remember that last line, say Allah. If I abandon you, if I leave you alone, I have no purpose to live. When you really love somebody, you cannot live without. You know what you want me to tell you? Well, now you know. If you can live with the things that you love, well, you don't really love them. I will not say things because they have feelings. My friends, Lakshmana leave his wife. Many people say, wait, Lakshmana have wife? It says, yes. Lakshmana leave his wife and accompany his brother to the forest, which that journey will last for 14 years. His main purpose of life, my friends, is to always serve and protect Sri Ram, our Mata Sita. You know, I'm not allowed to say these things, but I'll try to say it in a way that not to, make any mistake here tonight. We're living in a day and age of Kali Yuga. And there's some people who bless with brother blessed with brother. And the message here tonight, I hope you get it, because I will not explain it in details because I don't want to mess up. For those who have brother, you may be the big one or the small or how. But let's say the first child that to get married from the home of that mother and father is one brother that blessed with other brothers. And as soon as the Bauji or the wife come into the home, you know that that is your brother wife. But you as the younger brother or elder brother, you have this thing called lust. And instead of treating her as your Bauji, you treat your Bauji as something else. Ramayana teaches us, my friends, that Lakshmana never look what color sari Sita Mata wear. Never look if she have an earring or necklace or bangle. Because when the question has been asked by Sri Ram, Lakshmana says, Prabhu, the only thing I look at is looking down that every step you take, I follow your footstep, but no one else I look at. How much people you go to places, you look down. Only people who have humility will look down, but people who have ego, pride, anger, hatred, jealousy, they will look here, there, and everywhere, right? Well, you know, when they look here, there, and everywhere, they have a corrupted mind, my friends. It says Lakshmana portrayed that character. Lakshmana served his brother and never think of his own comfort. It says, there is everyone here tonight will put, I should ask you this, is there anyone else here tonight will put others first before themselves? Raise your hand. Well, that person is very lucky. God bless that person. Well, some people I hear the question, I'll repeat it. Is there anyone in our satsang tonight put others first before themselves? The little girl at the back there, the green self. Yeah, your body, brother, mama, dada, which one? Don't say it, but people here. keep it to yourself. Says some will give their life for others, but when it comes for others to give their life for you, what happened? Instead of give their life for you, your life, what happened? They take it. Lovely devotees and friends, know your friends, know your company, know who you trust, know what you tell in this day and age of Kali Yuga. Because every life situation is coming based on your own action. Because action is what leads to karma. As the Katha tells us, who is Shesha? When Bhagwan Sri Ram took avatar, my question tonight, who was Shesha when Bhagwan Vishnu took the manifestation of Bhagwan Sri Krishna? Anybody knows? I think the Baya know. But while I'm going to do this chant, I think he will pick up his phone and Google it, and we'll get the answer. Because it tells us who is Shesha when Bhagwan Sri Krishna came into Dwapara. Listen. Anupam Sundaram Nand Kishora Manohan Ganesha Anupam Sundar Nand Kishora Manohan Ganesha Tera Bhe Tera Bhe Tera Bhe Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Tera Bhe Tera Bhe Tera Bhe Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Anupam Sundar Nand Kishora Manohan Ganesha Did you get the answer, brother? You know, it is okay to use your phone when you're in satsang. I mean, I'm the only one allowing people to do that. You know, allow them. There are people who don't allow people to use their phone, but they still use it in satsang. But I will tell you, why, my friends? Because I give them the permission, as they have the device, they have access for the answers in our Katha. So I give you an opportunity before I mention, you can do your research and know, my friends. That's why I put chant, so you can tell me and give me a guess. Then we'll know if Google wrong, we'll sue them and give them the right answer. So we'll make some money tonight, so that next year, you know, Mataji, we'll kind of put some bench outside. We'll take that money and give it to the Mandir when we sue. Loving devotees and friends, is that Shesha came along as his elder brother by the name of Balaram. Anybody knows that? He knew it, but he wasn't that certain. Give him a big round of applause. See, I love people like this when they come to Satsang. They know a little, but now they're certain that, you know what? Now I know, yes, it is. It is you to remember certain things, that when people come to you and tell you certain things, you have confidence in speaking. Gyaan Satsang is the only Satsang that you communicate with your Pandit. Do you agree or not? Do you agree or not? So that is one of the difference in our Satsang. So appreciate it, utilize it, because you will be benefit from it. no one should be ashamed to speak when you are in our satsang. While speaking, you are learning. Loving devotees, it says, Balaram, the eldest brother of Sri Krishna, is the avatar of Shesha. According to the Mahabharata, Adi Shesha was present along with Sri Krishna during the war of Kurukshetra. How, my friends, it says, the divine serpent support the wheel of Arjuna chariot, also protect the Pandava from the harm during the battle. Shesha plays a great role in Mahabharata as well. Do you know that there are some people who can give their life for others? Like I mentioned earlier, you give your life for people, right? Do you know there are some people who can give their life for others? I'll tell you that people who say, you know what, I'll come to the satsang, I don't care what the outcome will be, but I will walk in the faith of God. When death has to come, no man can change it, but God can change that. I have my confidence in Bhagwan. And they do it with nothing in return. It says when you pray with conviction, when you pray to Bhagwan, and anything you do, like tonight, the service has been performed. You do it with a will, without anything in return, expecting, my friends. But whatever as an offerings come to you, you accept it and you bless. Loving devotees, it says in every avatar of Lord Vishnu, Adi Shesha will die before him. Because when Lord Vishnu gave up his incarnation to return to Vaikuntha, Adi Shesha will be ready to serve his Lord. Loving devotees, how many people will do certain things based on our katha here, which I'll give you an example. Tonight, you know, we have satsang. There's some people or some satsang where people will make sure our kirtan group, or especially like people who bless with a PA system, they will make sure they go there before the Pandit come. And tonight we have an example of what I'm preaching as well. Before the Pandit come and start to sing and start to be there for the purpose of this satsang. What is the purpose? It's for all of you to hear clearly. It's for all of you to enjoy through the medium of the amplifier. And that is what have been done in this Mandir. Give our PA system, that person was set up PA system, we call it. DJ, I don't know. Or if you go to the other place, you know, right? Because they play the music for you. Well, they do the same thing here for you to enjoy the satsang. Our DJ tonight, whoever that person is, I don't know them well, but seeing these things, people have done it. Give them a big round of applause. They make sure they came here before to make sure that when the Pandit come, everything is ready to serve. That is what Shesha did. Give up his avatar and return. Wait for Bhagwan Vishnu to return to Vaikuntha to take another form. Pandit, how Bhagwan Vishnu took this form? It says in Satyug, it was Bhagwan Vishnu, the sustainer of the universe. In Treta Yuga, Bhagwan Vishnu incarnated and came as Sri Ram. And I mentioned in the Katha. And thirdly, it says Bhagwan Vishnu, that Lord Sri Ram, took avatar as Sri Krishna in Dwapar Yuga and came as, my friends, we had Bhagwan Vishnu, Rama or Krishna. Now we are in Kali Yuga. Who Bhagwan Vishnu will come as? Well, I don't have good memory, but thank God for social media. If we have an opportunity to come back now, in a year from now or 6 months or whatever the call I'm waiting for, when that time is permitted to come back for our annual Gyaan Satsang, if we have another opportunity to come to this Mandir, I promise you, if I have that good memory, to go back and remember what has been preached here tonight, you will know a whole katha of who will take avatar in this age of Kali Yuga. Tonight, with that being said, that brings us to the end of our katha. Lovely devotees, some of you might wonder to know why so quick. Like I said, it's a moving satsang. You want to know more? Come tomorrow night. We'll be 2 nights at the Dr. Bush Sri Krishna Mandir. So it's not far away. You don't even need to ride a bicycle. You can walk over and meet me there, right? You don't need to come with the motor car, walk over. Or if you're lazy and you don't want to come, hear this one. I'll ask Shesha to come for you. Do you want Nagraj to come and fetch you to take you to the Mandir? Any one of you? Well, definitely really lazy people. Anybody want Lord Vishnu Vahana to bring you to the Mandir tomorrow night? Raise your hand. So I guess you will walk and come, ride your bicycle, your motor scooter, electric or gasoline, however, your car, whatever you rest it, and come to another satsang, which you will hear another Puranas, my friends, which will bring something maybe you never heard before. Maybe. So it must be a great one. Lovely devotees, tonight as you're going back home, I want to thank the members and the executives of this Mandir, and I think that I thank them a lot tonight. I don't want to favor one Mandir more than the other. They will say, oh God, Pandit talk about this Mandir more than you read the Katha. I think I talk too much. You know why? Because what caught my attention is these kids, man. They make me, thank this Mandir so much. It's the youth of the temple. So tonight, without any hesitation, I would like to call upon one of the executive member. I know our main person for this temple, our Pitaji Mahindra is not here, but someone who represent, I guess, the wife, someone will come forward as I present a certificate of appreciation, as this year is the first year we start to give the Mandir that we have been permitted to come to perform Gyaan Satsangh. And as this have been given to them as a mark, if we do have an opportunity or not, it will remain in their Mandir. Give them a big round of applause for the effort and the sacrifice they made. Bhagwan's blessings upon each and every one of you. Thank you. You may have a seat. Lovely devotees, that being said, and tonight as we observe and we learn so many things from Katha, and I'm hoping that we learn many things. Let us all sing. Tonight I did not have my chorus, for many reasons, but we have to do what we have been told to do with the best of our ability. Never have done courage, but have the faith in God. So tonight I did not have chorus, and I think I read the Katha to the best of my ability. But now, before you go back home, I want to ask you a favor, like Brahma asked a favor of Shesha. You remember the favor he asked? He asked for Shesha to use his 5 head to stable the earth. So you don't have, or didn't have 5 heads, right? I'll ask you tonight, before you go back home, can you do me a favor in using your mouth, using your speech, your avaz, to sing the name of Bhagwan? A very old bhajan, and I hope you know it. Sing along together with me. At some point in time, if you give me an opportunity to relax and you can sing this bhajan by yourself, the blessings will be in, not in a salvad, but bigger than that. Let us all sing as we conclude tonight's Katha. गय मोरे माँ तुझे छोड़े जो नंद किशोर हो माँ तुझे छोड़े जो नंद किशोर हो कर गयो मन की सुधीरे सुर बिसरा गय मोरे ओ कराई बांसुरी वाला सुर बिसरा मोरे ओ राजा बांसुरी वाला ओ राजा सुर बिसरा गय मोरी सुर बिसरा गय मोरे माँ तेरे छोड़े जो नंद किशोर हो कर गयो मन की सुधीरे सुर बिसरा गय मोरे ओ कराई बांसुरी वाला चुप गयो मेरा गान सुनाने कृष्णा कृष्णा ओ कृष्णा चुप गयो मेरा गान सुनाने चुप गयो मेरा सुर बिसरा मोरे ओ कराई बांसुरी वाला ओ कराई बांसुरी वाला why Krishna is dancing complexion? Why Yashoda? Why Radha is in fair complexion? One who has seen. My friend, Gokala is the Bansuri Wala. It says, Kava means dark, appear to be because why the woman that put something black over his eyes to look nice. Have you been discounted? Well, I'll tell you this. Long ago, people are saying that, but you use it as pencil. Long ago, they are saying that according to the Namakun, the Lam, the Diya, that name is Hajar, Kava, Black. And they take it, put it on their forehead, not to have one. Father, it says in that Hajar, there is something magical. Just like the fruit that Bhagavan Krishna blow, the sound that comes to the fruit, it says it creates magic. O Pralaya, Vasuni Vala, O Pralaya, Vasuni Vala, Surabhisna Gaya Mori Hai, Surabhisna Gaya More. ส